And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. We apologize, we lost the internet and our Wi-Fi went haywire, so we have to reconnect. We hope that you rejoin us once again when you find out how to get there. All right, we are in the top half of the sixth inning. The score is 9-2 in favor of Great Bend.
Yeah, Brady Mitchell hit that 3 unassisted.
Okay.
Ground ball. That's first out, and then Bloomer with a double.
Chandler Bloomer got a double. Now we have a base on balls to Tyler Henry. So there's guys now on at first and second here in the top half of the sixth inning. One out. That will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Christian Oliver. So Oliver is 2 for 2 here tonight. He reached on a base hit in the second inning and a base hit in the fourth, and then reached on an error in the fifth inning. Trying to make sure that we're on at YouTube here, back on live. We hope you rejoin us here. We do apologize about losing you.
Some good movement right there by Gillick. 0-2.
Count is no balls, 2 strikes now to Christian Oliver, as we have one down here in the top half of the sixth inning. Once again, we hope you rejoin us. That one lifted foul and out of play. Now pitching for the Newton Rebels is Zach Gillick. And for the Rebels, we'll give you the final numbers here for, if I can get over there, for Andrew Patton. He went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, 1 strikeout as he faced 7 batters. Zach Gillick now coming in to the pitch for the Newton Rebels here in the sixth inning. And once again, we apologize, but we lost our internet connection and had to reconnect, and we hope that you join us again. That one lifted into right field. Right fielder Eric Garza moving back, making the catch. Great over-the-shoulder catch here by Eric Garza in right field. Both runners have to head back to their bases as Bloomer's back in at second base and Henry is back at first base. What a great jump there by Eric Garza.
And I thought he was going to get over him. I thought, he's going to. A couple guys, I know there'll be a run scored right there if it gets past him, but he did a good job going back and catching that.
That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 2, Chance Ragsdale.
Yeah, that bottom part of the order's done a pretty good job for Great Bend, wouldn't you say, Frank? I mean, in the series.
Really have. There's Gillick's pitch in there for call strike 1 to Ragsdale.
Yeah, they've done.
Ragsdale is 1 for 2 here tonight as he flew out to right field his first time out. Got a base hit in the fourth inning and scored a run, and then reached on a base on balls and scored a run in that fifth inning also. So he has scored 2 runs here tonight. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Chance Ragsdale. Zach Gillick now pitching for the Newton Rebels. That one fouled off there by Ragsdale. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on at first and second. Henry's on at first. He reached on the base on balls. Bloomer reached on a double as he's standing in at second base. There is 2 down here in the top half of the sixth inning. There's more people that are rejoining us, and we appreciate you coming back to us. That one is fouled off there by Ragsdale. Once again, we lost our internet connection, and it shut us away from YouTube. So we had to shut down the computer and restart it back up and then try to reconnect to our Wi-Fi. That one hitting the outside corner. Call strike 3 for out number 3. So the top half of the sixth inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they scored no runs on 1 hit no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, the score is now the Batcats 9 and the Newton Rebels 2, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The score is 9-2 in favor of Great Bend. Due up for the Newton Rebels, the designated hitter number 17, Enzo Bonventry. Still out on the mound is Adrian Talavera. And here's his first pitch to Bonventry. Bonventry swing and a miss there by Bonventry. And the catcher gets just a little bit lazy there.
Yeah.
That's Bloomer as he throws that into the ground there on the mound. And the shortstop, Benegi, had to retrieve that for Talavera. No balls, 1 strike now to Bonventry. Here's the pitch, a breaking ball just missing low for ball 1. So that would take the count now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we had 30-some watchers or viewers here that were watching the ball game, and we ended up losing our Wi-Fi connection. Had to shut down the computer and restart everything back up. We see that you're
coming back,
slowly rejoining us, and we thank you very much for rejoining us as we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. We appreciate your comments and you viewing us here tonight. That one into the ground. The count will even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And not only Newton Rebels fans, but also Great Bend Batcat fans, as we have fans from all over here tonight. 2-2 now the count, and here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there by Bonventry as he goes down for out number 1 here in the top half of the 6th inning.
And Talavera, I mean, he's doing a great job. 83rd pitch right there, and still in the game, still being efficient, still mixing it up, and still getting strikeouts.
And that was Talavera's 5th strikeout of the ball game. Brings up the catcher, number 23, Joey Martinez.
Just looking for that spark to get us going here, and I thought we had it when we got the 2 guys on last time, and just couldn't get the big hit.
Fouled off there by Martinez. The count goes no balls, 1 strike. As we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1 down. Score is 9-2 in favor of Great Bend.
Frank, I can't see the bullpen over there. I don't know if there's anybody even warming up.
All I see is trees
Trees
and leaves and stuff, so I don't think anybody is warming up. He may go 7. That one popped up in the infield. The catcher
he overran it.
Okay, Bloomer was hustling back to the fence area here, but he overran it, and the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. Okay, thank you.
Just Perry, our spotter over there, doing his job there.
0-2 now the count to Martinez. Due up next is Lachlan Ross, as we do have one down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Rebels need some base runners as they are down 9-2. Here's the pitch. That one missing high for ball 1. Good pitch there by Adrian Talavera as he was trying to get Martinez to chase one up about around the letters, but just missed it outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Martinez as he goes down for out number 2. That is the 2nd strikeout of this inning by Talavera, and that is the 6th strikeout of the ball game for Adrian Talavera.
And we're talking about his breaking stuff. He's setting it up real well, the fastball, then throws that just like right there. It's like Martinez was way in front of it. And, of course, that's a tough pitch to hit with that much movement.
And here's the first pitch to Lachlan Ross. It is outside for ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Ross as we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
It's amazing. Talavera, I mean, he's still looking, he's getting maybe stronger than he was earlier.
That one missing inside for ball 2. 2-0 now the count to Lachlan Ross,
and
who played second base this evening.
And I think a lot of that happens, Frank, because the pitcher doesn't try to overthrow as much. He's letting his movement. I mean, look at his movement right now.
Well, he's got, 89 pitches. This is going to be his 90th pitch here of the ball game. And here's the pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side. Second baseman coming in. That's Minert. Goes to first for out number 3. So a 4-3 put out for the 3rd out. And the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 9 and the Newton Rebels 2. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's ball game. I'm joined by General Manager Mark Cavala as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. The score 9-2 in favor of Great Bend.
And Frank, I would like to talk about some of the things next week. Of course, we have the All-Star game, and then we play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And when we play our home games next week, we're going to have a sale on some of the apparel that we've had. So some of you fans out there, you might want to come to the ballpark and check it out.
Zach Gillick on for his 2nd inning of work as he came in the 6th inning. First batter he'll be facing is shortstop number 7, Seth Carnegie. That one hit to the right-hand side. That's going to fall in for a base hit in front of Eric Garza. And Carnegie is on with his 3rd hit of the ball game. He has a double and 2 singles.
Again, the bottom of the lineup. I mean, right there, I'm just looking at, you have your 7, 8, 9 each have 2 hits.
Yep.
Three for the 9-hole. So, I mean, they're doing a good job for the top of the lineup.
That's going to bring up the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. And here's Gillick's pitch missing outside for ball 1.
And I'm looking at the lineups of each game. I mean, he changes the lineup quite a bit on a few guys. And, he plays quite a few. I mean, he's playing the main guys, but he's playing some other guys, different guys and different lineup.
That one fouled off by Rogers. Down goes 1 ball, 1 strike. As we have a runner on at first base, Carnegie recorded his 3rd hit of the ball game, standing at first base. With no out, here in the top half of the 7th inning. Once again, we hope you're enjoying the telecast. We really appreciate you coming back to us. We're up to 20 now. We had 30-some. That ball lifted into left center field. That's going to be falling in for a base hit. Ball hit goes to Brotman. Brotman goes to second base, Ross, and that's going to mean Rogers is in with a single.
Yeah, the outfielders, you got to remember, you're not going to throw the guy out at third. Just take it to second. And that's I don't know, that's the second, third time we've done that in the game, and that's just,
you're just giving them extra bases.
Yeah, just giving extra bases right now.
And especially against an aggressive ball team. There's no way that we're going to get Carnegie at third base. And by throwing the ball, instead of throwing it to second base, throwing it to the cutoff man who was between there and third base, Rogers was able to hustle down to second base. And now there's runners on at second and third with no outs. And that brings up the second baseman, number 8, Colin Minard.
And that's just one thing you have to. It's keep learning. You got to keep learning.
That one lifted foul. Mm-hmm. So the count is no balls, 1 strike now to. Correction, no balls and 2 strikes to Colin Minard.
All right. And we have our guy, our spotter, Perry Bruner, there telling us that Braden Smith is in the bullpen for Great Bend, number 9.
Okay, we'll see if he comes in or if Talavera
with 90 pitches
out or not. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Colin Minard, playing second base this evening for the Batcats. Really been impressed with the Batcats' bats. They've really been hitting the ball well. And like you say, scoring with 2 runs. That one fouled off to the right-hand side, right over the first base dugout.
And Frank, you sit there and wonder because what we did against the Diamond Dogs. I mean, we were competing, we were scoring runs. We had a chance to win all 4 games in those. We split with them.
Well, definitely that first one we were up 7-0, ended up losing 8-7 on a 3-run home run, walk-off home run by Cheney. That really, it was just a heartbreaker.
Well, then we showed some heart. We got the game 2, game 3, and we went extra 12 innings. And so I figured coming into this, we'll get on a roll.
That one missing outside for ball 3. So the count goes full now at 3-2 to Colin Minard. Well, that week we really played well. A good scoop there by Martinez as he kept that one from going back to the fence area. First base is open. We'll see what Gillick does. That one lifted foul over the bleachers on the first base side.
But it does get me when outfielders just throw that. They try to throw everybody out at third base, and then the guy goes to second. Aggressive team, like you said. When the thing is, if you have first and third, you might get a double play. Maybe they score a 1 run. You're minimizing.
Right, exactly right. You gotta just be smart about it, and we just haven't done that this year for some reason. That one hit to the third baseman. Nolan Riley picks up, goes to first base for out number 1. There is a run, scores as Carnegie comes in from third base. Riley did a good job of keeping Rogers on at second base, but we do have 1 out. That's a 5-3 put out. And another run scores, takes the score to 10-2 now in favor of Great Bend.
And Riley, like you said, he gave that quick look over there and looked him right in the eyes, and then threw that ball right over there and threw a strike across the.
Well, not only that, but if we would have kept the runner on at first base, that could have possibly been a double play there.
Yeah, that's one thing. Just got to keep learning.
And if it would have been a double play, we could at least possibly got the force out.
Right.
The lead runner there. Run probably would have scored anyway, but. That brings up the first baseman, number 20, Jake Baker. Baker is up with a no balls and 1 strike count now to Baker, left-handed batter. That one just missing low and inside. That will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you find out, Frank, what happens to a team, especially when a game speeds up. And like I said, a ball hit the outfield, how they react, or even a slow ground or an infielder coming in on the ball. See how they react instead of slowing things down.
Fouled off there by Baker. And we do understand one thing. We do understand that everybody's human and we're going to make
Right.
mistakes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's not what we're talking about. A lot of this stuff that we're talking about is fundamental stuff.
Right. It's something but they've got to keep learning. If you keep making a mistake over and over, you're not learning.
That's right. You got to know how the game is supposed to be played, and that one just missing by Gillick on the outside corner. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I want to say something about, me personally, is that even though I'm the general manager, I've been a coach for 27 years in college. So, I'm looking at it more from that college, trying to help guys. Let's make the right play. Let's do the little things.
Yeah. Gillick's ready for his pitch. That one a swing and a miss there by Baker. And he goes down swinging for out number 2. And that is Gillick's second strikeout since he's came in the 6th inning. That will bring up the left fielder, number 6, Brady Mitchell. So we have 2 down with the runner on at second base. The score is 10-2 now in favor of Great Bend as they scored 1 run here in the top half of the 7th inning. Zach Gillick ready to go to work, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball missing inside for ball 1.
One thing, Frank, I want to bring up is our staff. Great job, Max over there, Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
That one hit to the shortstop, Brotman. Brotman comes in, goes to first, and that gets away from Lincoln Andrews as that ball was thrown low, and Andrews was not able to hang on to it. Another run scores on an error.
Is that right? 4 errors?
Well, 4 errors for the Newton Rebels. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Lincoln Andrews because that ball was thrown awful low there by Brotman.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell. It was then. It looked like it was.
Well, he tried to backhand it, but it was all in the ground area, and
I'm sure Lincoln would tell you probably should have had it, but
yeah.
But I don't know.
Nice pitch there by Gillick. He hits the outside corner. As the score now is 11-2, as the Batcats have scored 2 runs, but you can do that when you give them more than 3 outs.
Yeah.
An inning.
You can't do that, especially, it's a good team. A very good team.
Yep, they're going to take advantage of it. That one hitting the outside corner. So the count goes no balls and 2 strikes.
And again, some of the helpers there, Robin Enchelman, Jim Williams, my gosh, those guys are doing a great job for us.
Yeah, they've come out and worked very hard all season long, and we really appreciate their hard work. When they do their job, we can do our job. That one missing low, and there's a throw down to first base. They're going to have Mitchell picked off here or in a rundown. They finally do tag him out for the 3rd out. So that was a 2 to 3 to 6 put out for the 3rd out. But not before the Great Bend Batcats scored 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 11 and the Newton Rebels 2, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score 11-2 in favor of Great Bend. We're going to have a new pitcher now in for the Great Bend Batcats. It will be number 9, Braden Smith.
Yeah, from Great Bend. He's from Great Bend, Kansas, lefty, 6'5", 210, and he goes to college. We don't know what year, but he goes to Fort Hays State.
Okay, So far, Brayton Smith comes in with a 4.50 ERA, has pitched in 12 games, has pitched 18 innings, has 17 strikeouts, is recorded 6 base on balls, and has given up 25 hits. We'll give you the final numbers for Adrian Talavera, who really pitched a great ball game there for the Great Bend Batcats. He ended up going 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 base on balls, struck out 8 as he faced 24 batters. So nice job there by Adrian Talavera for the Great Bend Batcats.
Yeah, he just baffled the Rebel hitters and with his assortment off speed, his fastball. And the thing was, he was very efficient, I felt, he threw 90, but, that's, he kept it down and, 8 pitch innings and, I think a 10 and just did a good job.
Braden Smith is a left-handed thrower. His first batter he'll be facing is right fielder number 9, Eric Garza. And that's a fastball in there for call strike 1. Got kind of an awkward delivery there.
Right, yeah, I was looking at that.
Almost 3/4 it looked like.
And from the left side.
From the left side, yeah, that's even more awkward. That one lifted to the third baseman, Ragsdale. Ragsdale, nice throw there by Ragsdale as he goes to first base for out number 1. Chance Ragsdale, I remember in Great Bend as we had 2 back-to-back games there.
Yeah.
He played great defense for the Batcats.
Well, he has a strong arm. He was throwing off the back foot right there. It is kind of coming across and throwing off the back foot and threw a perfect strike.
That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 5, Aaron Eshelman. Eshelman looking for his first hit here tonight. He grounded out to the shortstop in the second and flew out to center field in the 5th. So Braden Smith, that one missing inside. Did it hit him? Just missed his kneecaps.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a pitch you want to
Eshelman
get away from.
Tried to dance out of the way as that was coming in right at his kneecaps. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes.
It's going to be interesting to see how he pitches him. Eshelman being lefty, it's a lefty-lefty matchup.
That one in there for call strike 1. So the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike now to Aaron Eshelman, who's playing left field here this evening. Swing and a miss there by Eshelman. That was low in the ground there, but tried to scoop it up and make contact, just not able to get to it. So the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's kind of more of a 3/4 swing, actually.
He's got battle mode. Here we go.
Here's Smith. A breaking ball missing inside. So that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Give credit to Eshelman there as that ball was breaking right in at him, but he just stood right there, stood his ground. There's a ball, hit ball to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit right in front of the right fielder, Henry. He just throws it into second base like it's supposed to be done, and Aaron Eshelman records his first hit of the ball game.
That's good 2-strike hitting right there.
That he recorded his 8th hit of the season. That's going to bring up the center fielder, number 14, Sam Cassane. Cassane is 0 for 1 here tonight as he grounded out to second base, got hit by a batsman, left stranded at third base in the 5th inning. Comes in batting .253 with a 1 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That one in there for call strike 1. Cassane is 16 out of 63 for the season, has a total of 9 RBIs.
I think at one point he was hitting about do you remember 130, 140
right,
or
exactly.
something? Yeah.
That one gets away from Bloomer. Moving over to second base will be Eshelman. The count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Sam Cassane. This is exactly what the Newton Rebels need. They need more base runners on.
Yeah, that's just get back into the game somehow, which they can do, man.
They can.
We've seen it.
And here's Smith's pitch. That one hits Kassane in the rear end.
That's fine. I mean,
Hit
get on base.
Hit him in his right pocket, looked like, on the backside. So Kassane will be on at first base as a hits batsman.
You know, I was at college coaching at Kansas Wesleyan years ago. We used to talk about whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And that's what they have to be in right now. Just get guys on base.
We're going to let you
No, just saying.
see Mr.
Whatever it takes, though.
Exactly right. There we go.
Get on base.
That's going to bring up the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brutman. That's the second time Kassane has got hit by a pitch. He'll be on at first base. Aaron Eshelman now at second base.
Top of the lineup here. So
Top of the lineup and here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 1 down. 11-2 is the score. That one fouled off to the right-hand side over the first base dugout. So the count goes no balls, 1 strike.
You know, and you don't want to help him right now. Don't help him. I mean, you know, make him work right now. He's struggling. He's throwing 2 balls in the dirt, hit a guy, whatever, you know. So you need runners on. And then you got the top of the lineup. You got a real good lineup right here.
So Braden Smith ready to go. And here's the pitch. That one missing low for ball 1. 1-1 now the count to Andrew Brutman.
That was good by Brotman. That was definitely, we talked about the pitcher's pitch right down there about underneath the knees, and he laid off and it was a ball.
Brotman is 1 for 2 here tonight as he struck out his first time up and got a base hit in the 3rd inning. That one missing low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. And then he reached on a base on balls. Both times he got stranded at second base.
Frank, did you have trouble hitting lefties when you were back in your day?
We didn't. I did fast pitch softball. We didn't have very many lefties. Here's the pitch. That one hit hard to the third baseman. Third baseman Ragsdale touches the base for the force out and goes to first for the double play. So a unassisted at first base and then a 5-3 put out for the double play. So the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Newton Rebels. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 7 innings of play, the Great Bend Batcats 11 and the Newton Rebels 2. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. The score is the Great Bend Batcats 11 and the Newton Rebels 2. Here this evening so far, Mark, they're showing 11 runs on, they're showing 13 on point streak, but I'm showing, let me see here. I'm showing 12, which is what the scoreboard has.
Well, I'm only interested in that column underneath the R. To be honest, that's
right.
the coach in me. You know, it's like, I know we had games earlier where guys, you know, I talked to some of the coaches, and hey, well, we lost, but we out hit them. Well, yeah, you know, it's the R's.
Yeah. And for the Newton Rebels, they've scored 2 runs on 4 hits, and I believe they do have 2 errors. So that's first batter coming up for the Great Bend Batcats, the catcher number 3, Chandler Bloomer. Zach Gillett Correction, now we have a new pitcher, number 24.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Sorry about that. I kind of thought he wasn't the same height there, but that's Ryan Nipper.
Oh, he did a good job yesterday.
Yeah, he pitched yesterday. So Ryan Nipper now coming in here in the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss there by Bloomer. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan Nipper's a 5'11", 200-pounder from Dakota State. And his hometown is Derby, Kansas.
Yep. Tell you, Frank, this is, from the general manager side, this has been the most difficult year ever.
That one fouled off there by Bloomer.
And I talked to a lot of the GMs in the league, and we were all talking about it just because, you know, the COVID and the situation. We didn't know we were going to play, and then trying to get guys in, and guys weren't ready. A lot of them, they didn't do anything for, much for 3 months.
Well, the economy was shut down
Yeah,
for a while.
everybody's
Trying to get sponsors and trying to get host families with everything going on. I can't imagine the work that you guys have had to do here to try to get even a season. We do have to tip our hat to Casey Walkup, the commissioner of the Sunflower League,
for keeping that together,
and making the commitment that we were going to play and
right,
and because if the Sunflower League didn't play, we may not have an NBC World Series this year.
Right, yeah. Right now there's going to be 3 or 4 teams right now. We know 3 teams that are in it. Yeah. But the whole thing is, it's like Kevin Pouch, our director of operations, he goes out and gets these sponsors and he was frustrated because all of a sudden we're not getting trying to get people that are trying to maybe not sponsor. Next year it's going to be a different story. I'm very positive about it. Yeah. And I think a lot of good things ahead for the Newton Rebels.
Well, we definitely have to thank Kevin Pouch for all the hard work that he did and doing that, because I know it has to be very difficult to try to get yes and no's from people when you don't even know what the question is going to be, because it changed every day.
Well, we had one sponsor that was going to help us out quite a bit, and then he had to back out because he had to lay off people. He says, I can't pay, I can't help you out this year.
Exactly right. Yeah. So we appreciate everybody that got this league going and the Newton Rebels organization going, because it took a lot of work. That was a swing and a miss there to Tyler Henry.
And I've always been, I'm a creature of habit. We always order our hats like April 1st.
That one fouled off by Henry.
Our jerseys, and all that. And all of a sudden we had to wait, and it was like almost the end of May.
Because how do you pay for something if you don't know if there's going to be any kind of income coming in? And it's been a tough one. Of course, Major League just got started here today or yesterday, and I can't imagine the decisions they've had to make. There's a base hit there by Henry as he hits that into left field. That's the second base hit here in the inning. Bloomer started things off as he got a base hit to the right field, and Henry's on with a base hit. That's his second hit of the ball game. So Bloomer will now be on at second base, Henry on at first, and that will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Christian Oliver. Oliver is 2 for 3, I believe, here today.
Then the other problem we have was host families, trying to get the host families. And Newton's always been really good. The community and all that. And we were down a couple, so it was like last second. We finally got, like you brought up the host families earlier, and my gosh, they help us so much.
That one fouled off into the infield. Martinez chasing it down.
Whoa.
And he has overplayed that as that falls back in towards the.
Yeah, I don't know if Riley could have, got in there quicker and maybe helped out. I couldn't tell.
Well, it's a tough position being catcher. How many times do you practice that? Everybody gets all this infill, and the catchers usually get one pop-up.
Or a coach has thrown it up in the air or something like that.
So the count is no balls, 1 strike now to Oliver. As we do have runners on at first and second with no out here in the top half of the 8th. That one hit hard into right field. That's going to be in for a base hit. See if Bloomer's coming around or not. The throw comes in. It is cut off by Lincoln Andrews. but the bases will be full as they hold up Bloomer at third base. Henry goes to second, and 3 straight base hits given up by Ryan Nipper. That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 2, Chance Ragsdale.
Yeah, looks like they're going to play the infield in.
Infield will come in as the score is 11-2 right now. And can't allow any more runs to score here. A swing and a miss there by Ragsdale, and the count goes no balls and 1 strike.
And Nipper had some good drop, good movement on that going downward.
Yeah, as that ball swung and missed, and the ball got away as it hit the ground there and right in front of home plate, so nobody advanced. So count is no balls, 1 strike. And here's Nipper's pitch, another breaking ball. This one stays up high for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Bloomer is on at third base, Henry at second, and Oliver at first base. As all 3 recorded singles here to start off the 8th inning. That pitch way outside, and Martinez has to move way to his right to stay in front of him. I don't know how he got it.
It reminded me of a hockey goalie right there.
Yep. And the count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice job there by Martinez, and here's the pitch. That one lifted into left field. That may be in for extra bases.
Off the fence.
It is off the fence as Bloomer scores from third base. Henry coming around to score and moving into third base. Is he safe there?
He was out.
He was out at third base, okay. I couldn't see.
Yeah.
So Oliver is out at third base for out number 1. And Ragsdale is on at first base with a single and 2 RBIs.
You know, Eshelman did a great job getting that ball in quick, hitting his cutoff. Brotman just did that flip right there, right to Riley to get him out. So
that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 7, Seth Carnegie.
Yeah, there's going to be some games. I mean, this stuff happens in baseball, and it's going to happen in Yankees, going to happen to Dodgers and all that. Some days you just don't have it, and it's how you bounce back from these kind of games.
Throw down to first base in safely is Ragsdale.
And unfortunately, Frank, we got 4 league games left.
We got 4 league games to go. Exactly right.
And we'll see how we finish. And got 2 games left here at home, folks.
Fouled off there by Carnegie. There, count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. And like I say, not knowing what's going to happen in the NBC World Series, right now my only chance that I can see, is that a balk or not?
They call timeout.
Call timeout. Okay.
Again, a little late.
Yeah. Nipper was ready to make the delivery, and the umpire calls timeout.
And like I said, umpires don't have to call that. That's what people understand. So
that's a swing and a miss there by Carnegie as the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
In my view on that, when the pitcher's on a stretch, you just stand it and you call time. That's fine. But when he starts the motion, then you call time. That I don't think that's right. Yeah.
So the count goes 2-2 now, and here's the pitch. That one just missing inside, and the count goes full now at 3-2. 1 down here in the top half of the 8th inning. The score is 13-2 now in favor of Great Bend. They've out-hit the Rebels. There's another base hit lifted into right field. Garza comes up with it.
Yeah, they just haven't stopped hitting. I mean, and you look at it, Frank, we haven't been out-hit like this. Can you remember in the season?
No, and we haven't been outscored like this either.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
what I'm saying.
This is the first time that we've have only got 4 hits and 2 runs, and they have 13 hits and 13 runs, and was it 17 hits now?
Right.
As Carnegie records his 4th hit of the ball game, a double and 3 singles. That's going to bring up the top of the lineup center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. Fouls that one off for strike 1.
You know, and I was thinking about this today. I said, I have no idea when some guys will be playing baseball again.
Yeah.
I mean, and, I try to talk to him and say, hey, play your game. Just like Willie Mays used to say, play your game like it's the last game of your life, because you have no idea what's going on.
Check swing there by Rogers.
And I've heard
strike two.
And I've heard through my coaching friends, they're talking about moving the season back, D1s, and which everybody else follows the NCAA. They might move it back into the end of March or whatever, April or whatever. I mean, it's just crazy.
I'd like to remind fans that tomorrow's game, there's a swing and a miss there by Rogers. He goes down swinging for out number 2. And the runners advance as that ball gets away. Ragsdale will move to third base. Carnegie moves to second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 8, Colin Minard. Once again, the All-Star game scheduled for tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock at the ECK in Wichita State University campus.
Yeah, and the home run derby starts at 6.
Home run derby starts at 6 o'clock. We have 7 participants in the All-Star game.
And 2 of them are Rebels.
2 of them.
Yeah, and we got the Boom.
We got 7 of them.
Well, I mean 2 of the 7. Right?
You're talking about. I'm talking about. We have 7 All-Stars playing in the game.
But I meant in the home run hitting.
Home run derby, you got 2.
Yeah, we got 2
participating. Okay, now I get you.
Yeah, Lincoln Andrews and the Boom and Ventry. So I mean that'll be fun for them at 6 o'clock, and then game, like I said, the 7s play at 7.
That one fouled off there by Minard.
7 for 7.
Yep.
7 of our players at 7 o'clock.
So like I say, we do have 7 players that will be participating in the All-Star game itself, and then also Coach Brett Clark will be one of the coaches. That one up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Minard. Minard reached on a base on balls, grounded out to the second baseman, flew out to the first baseman, reached on an error to the shortstop, and grounded out to third base. That one lifted into right side. Looks like Ross will make the catch as he backs up at second base for out number 3. So the Great Bend Batcats scored 2 runs on 5 straight hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 7.5, it is the Great Bend Batcats 13 and the Newton Rebels 2, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by Mark Cavala, our general manager. And we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Great Bend Batcats, and that is
Brian Shadrick. And Brian's from Belton, Texas, 6'3", right-hander, 6'3", 175 right-hander from Temple College.
Okay.
You know where Temple College is. It's not Temple University, but Temple College. Is that? Would you happen to know, Frank?
I have no clue.
But
I imagine it's probably. I don't know.
But the whole thing is that
By the way, thanks for putting me on the spot here. This is not trivia.
No.
Okay, here we go. He comes in with a 10.63 ERA. He has pitched 9 games. Has 1 save, has pitched 11 innings, has recorded 10 strikeouts, 5 base on balls, and has given up 21 hits. The first batter he'll be facing is third baseman number 55, Nolan Riley. And I should have answered you the way I answer my wife on all the questions. When she asks me something and I don't want to answer it, I always say, no, I'm not answering that. That's a trick question.
Yeah,
I always get in trouble on trick questions. And that one there, I should have said that. That's a trick question. That one hit right up the middle. Shortstop moving to his left is able to get to it. That's Carnegie. And it goes to first for out number 1.
Well, and the point I want to make is, Coach Ward, if you look at that roster, he's got guys from all over the place. And no talent. I'm sure I'll look it up, and I think it's in Texas, but we'll double check.
That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. And I'd like to remind you that Newton Rebels will not be carrying the YouTube game tomorrow, the All-Star game, but it will be carried on YouTube by the Sunflower Collegiate League. So you can go to YouTube and go to the Sunflower Collegiate League. There's a bunt laid down there by Andrews.
Wow.
And he's in with a base hit. As third baseman Ragsdale charged that but was not able to get to it. And Andrews records his first hit of the ball game. That will bring up a designated hitter, number 22, Tommy Thrasher, will be coming in for the Newton Rebels.
And Frank, I was right. Temple College is in Texas.
Well, I was going to say Texas, but like I say, I should have just said that's a trick question because that would have been the safer answer.
That's the thing to get you like that flustered for that's very rare. I mean, it's an accomplishment for me here.
So Tommy Thrasher coming in. He's a 6'1", 210-pounder from Long Beach State, and he's from Lafayette, California. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to number 22, Tommy Thrasher, as he replaces Enzo Bonventuri. That one fouled off to the right-hand side. That will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tommy was one of my guests in Great Bend.
Yeah, saw that.
I really enjoyed talking to him. I asked him exactly what it is that he ate here that he doesn't get in California very much, and I think he said Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic's is one place that he likes to go out and eat at.
Yeah, Sonic has a good variety of food. I mean, they
count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Thrasher, as Brian Shadrick is pitching now for Great Bend. Here's his pitch. That one just across the knees, call strike 3.
But we've been seeing that all night.
Goes down for out number 2 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That will bring up the catcher, number 23, Joey Martinez, now batting. With 2 down and Andrews on at first base. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody that's listened in and watched us here tonight. We hope you enjoyed the telecast. We appreciate all your comments.
Again, next week we have the final home games. We got two at Hayesville.
We have 2 at Hayesville on Monday and Tuesday, and then come back on Wednesday and Thursday to finish up the season, for the regular season, that is. And then we'll just wait and see whether we go any further or not. The count is no balls, and I'm not exactly sure what the count is. We were talking here. The scoreboard shows no balls, 1 strike. That may be it. We'll see what should be 1-1.
Oh.
Ball hit to the third baseman, goes to second base for the force out, and that is the ball game with on a run rule. The final score is the Great Bend Batcats 13 and the Newton Rebels 2. That is the first time that I know of this season where they have been run ruled.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, and also swept, that. I mean, 4 games right there. I mean,
4 game sweep.
Well, besides Hutch, I guess. But
yeah, Hutchison did sweep us. on the rain out makeup date. But anyway, the Newton Rebels have 4 games left here, and during the season here that we know of, regular season, and whether we go any further or not just depends on what happens here at the NBC World Series, whether teams can come in or not. It's what we've been told anyway, and so but it's not looking very good here now for the Newton Rebels.
No, it's not, and I feel for the guys. I feel for Coach Clark and his coaching staff because they've been working hard trying to get the Rebels to play their best ball. Like after you lose 13-2, you're definitely not playing your best balls. But
no, but you got to give Great Bend credit.
Great Bend's,
they came in and hit the ball hard.
No, and what got me about Great Bend, if you look, a lot of their guys didn't have the greatest averages.
Yeah.
But against us, they all look like all-stars. I mean, they really did. I mean, they were using the field. They were doing some of the little things. And Coach Ward, I think what it is, it's like a shark, forgetting on that prey, he's ready. He wants to get in that World Series.
Yeah.
And so he's got those guys going, hey, look, if you play, we got a good shot here. And they definitely do. I think they're going to be getting that bid maybe.
I believe that they will be one of the teams that gets a bid in, which is great for them. We do congratulate them. Like I say, we're not out of it yet, but it's not looking.
Well, we're not helping ourselves.
We're not helping ourselves.
That's the best way to put it. And,
this week has not been a good week of baseball for the Newton Rebels. That's for sure. Compared to last week, on how they played and how they pitched and how they hustled and everything else. But like I say, the season's young, and then the thing about it is not only that. If the Newton Rebels don't make it, I'm sure that there will be some of our players will get picked up by some other teams. I'm almost positive.
And I want to bring that up because I do want to get guys playing. I mean, we're here for the players to get the experience that we want to do it as a Newton Rebels. But if that doesn't happen, I will. I've talked to a few guys already and they've actually come to me and say, Coach, if something hasn't happened, if it doesn't work well, I'd like to just play. I just want to play, have that experience. So we'll see how that goes, and but man, yeah, it's frustrating right now, and I know it's got if you had Coach Clark up here, he's got to be frustrated because he put a lot of time, brought in these guys, and everybody's working hard, host families. I mean, there's so many things, and what you brought up, we didn't even know we were going to play.
Yeah.
So I mean, and now we're playing, and we're not playing the best ball that we thought we were going to play.
And the thing about it is, there's some of these teams that are playing their best ball. And when you're not playing your best ball, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. You know what I'm saying? Because the Rebels just made some mistakes here tonight that most likely would only be 2 or 3 runs a ball game. But here we get spanked, 13-2, and it is just because they were playing so much better this week, and we weren't.
Well, in baseball, I'm going to talk about when I was a college head coach, we would beat somebody like double headers, and we could beat them 13-2 or something. The next game, we lose 2-0 or 1-0. I mean, it happened. Yeah. We had a series with a 4-game series. We beat this team real bad. Then the last game they beat us 1-0. Now, how's that work out? But that's baseball.
That's baseball, exactly right. Well, you're a golfer just like me. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days.
Mostly bad, but
and when you go out to play a game of golf like that. You gotta remember there's a reason why your average is what it is, because you're going to have half of your games your scores are going to be below that average, and half of them are going to be above it.
Right.
So you just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
Same thing here. We're just going to have to come back and play hard next week, and hopefully something happens that the Rebels get called on. But if it doesn't happen, well, then hopefully some of our players will get called on.
And win or lose, we've got some great kids here. I've enjoyed having them here. I think they've represented Newton well. I mean, we're it's tough. We're a lot younger than, let's say, Cheney or Hutch. We got a lot younger guys, and it definitely shows on some maturity, what levels. I'm talking about some of the mental mistakes that you and I were talking about earlier, and until they start cutting that out, things will change.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank you all, those that watched on YouTube. We hope you have enjoyed the action that we gave you here tonight as far as broadcasting the game. And unfortunately, this just wasn't Newton's night here tonight. as they go down to 13-2. Once again, I'd like to remind you that the All-Star game is tomorrow night. The Sunflower Collegiate League will have it on YouTube. The Home Run Derby starts at 6 o'clock, and the All-Star game starts at 7 o'clock. We'll be off on Sunday, be back in action on Monday in Hayesville. We'll be in Hayesville Monday and Tuesday, and then be back here in Newton on Wednesday and Thursday. So we will see you then. We hope you enjoy the action. And on behalf of Mark Cavala, this is Frank Martinez, the play-by-play announcer here for tonight's ball game, and Chad Fry sitting at home. We want to wish you a good evening, and you've been watching Newton Rebels baseball. We'll see you on Monday night.
Next time.